I'm Stacey Lederberg, and this is my story. I was an athlete in college on scholarship for lacrosse, and I also rode crew for my school, and I had a coach that was very, very strong about weight and body fat. And as a person on a rowing team, I was actually quite small. I was what they call a boat maker. On a lightweight team, your boat has to average 125 pounds or else you can't compete. The top weight was 135, so if you had a 135 pound girl, you also had to have a 115 pound girl. I was that 115 pound girl. I would get weighed daily. I would get told that I need to lose weight. I would get told that it's all on me to make the boat, and it was extremely harmful and very much a pressure-filled time of my life. And it was a long season. It went for a long time, from August until December, when I had to constantly get weighed and constantly lose weight, because I am not a natural 115 pound person at all. But when I graduated and I was living in New York City, I didn't have all that exercise. Wasn't exercising 4 or 5 hours a day. And so the weight started creeping up and creeping up and creeping up. And at some point, I had to maintain my weight. The only way I can do that was to do harmful things. And those harmful things were either not eat or eat and exercise. I wasn't a purger as you would normally think purging is. Most people think purging is just throwing up, but it's not. It's holding back eating or exercising or laxatives. There's a million ways that you can purge the food from your body. But the problem with that method is it doesn't work. If you'll ever meet someone with bulimia, they're not inherently skinny. They're pretty much average weight, because binging and purging doesn't work, except for what's in your brain. And so it's a vicious cycle that doesn't end for a very long time. So my fortuitous life led me to Georgia State University, where I went into a counseling program, my master's in counseling. And part of that program is to go to counseling. And they kind of make you do it, like you don't have a choice. And I actually had a counselor who was extremely pivotal in my life. He really helped me understand what I was doing to myself and how that was making my life not good, right? It wasn't making my life better, it was making my life worse. Thinking, if I'm going to counsel people, I need to be healthy mentally. Having an eating disorder is the same as having an addiction to any drug. But my drug of choice was food. And so it is, in my opinion, of course other people might not agree with me, but I believe it is one of the most difficult addictions to overcome, because you have to face your addiction 3 times a day without fail. I do think that I am healthy about it now. I have a decent relationship with my body. I am not obsessed about being skinny. I'm not obsessed about every pound I gain or lose, and it's taken a while. So reaching out is so important. Having the support of people around you, being comfortable enough to admit that you have a problem, and knowing where to go for help. It definitely is a never-ending battle, but it is a battle that is won with help and conviction that that's what you want to do. One of the tenets of a 12-step program is change your playground, change your playmates. Because if you are constantly around people that have that destructive behavior, that destructive behavior will continue. Surrounding yourself with people that are supportive of recovery and people that are supportive of what you're trying to do is extremely scary at first. And it's probably one of the most difficult things to do. In the end, it is the most important thing to surround yourself with people that are supportive of your recovery and people that are going to encourage you to get better and to be healthy And the idea of overcoming an eating disorder is not about the weight, it's about the healthiness of the issue. It's about your body being healthy. It's about your body taking in the correct nutrients that will nourish your body as opposed to being harmful to your body, and making sure that you're doing that on a daily basis and that you reaffirm to yourself every morning, I can do this. It is one day at a time. It is always one day at a time. It will never not be one day at a time. One of my favorite quotes is "No mud, no lotus." It is a quote from a Buddhist monk who talks about the lotus flower, which is one of the most beautiful flowers, I think. But the idea is that this flower grows at the bottom of a lake or at the bottom of a water source, in the mud and the muck and the disgustingness of the bottom. And it symbolizes that we all have dirt that we need to get through, dirt that we need to wallow in, dirt that we need to grow. And to me, that symbolizes anyone working through any sort of addiction. You're always going to hit that rock bottom, and that rock bottom is a necessary evil in order for you to emerge a beautiful flower at the end. My name is Stacey Lederberg. I'm in room 8110. If you ever need to talk, if you're feeling scared or lonely, I'm here for you. But we also have an amazing team of counselors here that would be available for you to speak with as well. Any one of us would be more than happy to help.